Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone who knows what you get when you combine sugar, spice, everything nice, and chemical X. Welcome to the Wednesday Night Jokenet here on the 146-895 repeater. I am KE8PBL, your net control for the evening. My name is Nemo, November Echo Mike Oscar, and I am located in Denmark Township. Before I go any further, is there anyone that needs a repeater for emergency or priority traffic? Alright, nothing heard. If anybody does need the repeater for emergency or priority traffic, please break in at any time with break and your call sign. We will gladly concede the repeater for the duration of your emergency. Again, this is the Wednesday Night Jokenet here on the 146-895 repeater. This is a directed net and all traffic should go through net control. Everyone with a valid amateur radio license is encouraged to participate. This net meets every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. on this repeater. And the purpose of this net is to have fun, making each other laugh, coming up with crazy punchlines for this week's joke. This is a 3-round net, so stick around or you may miss something. Before I go down the list of regular check-ins, let me just say that you could get to this repeater via Echolink, and the node for that is W8IJC-L. The repeater has a standard offset and a PL tone of 141.3 if you're checking in via RF. Tom, NHCT, makes this repeater available for us every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. And anybody else who has license to use it. Everybody who's listening to us through our YouTube channel and or through scanners or just sitting around the radio checking us out for the evening, we appreciate you being here. Let me take a quick break for time. We'll go down the list of regular check-ins and we'll see who all's here tonight. All right, starting off at the top of the list, I've got Jeff, KC8 LAR.
KC8 LAR might be here, but not all there.
That's all right. If you were all here too, never mind. I'm not going to get into all that. Let's just keep going down the list. Dan, N8DRL, are you out there, sir?
Somewhere between start and finish, I guess. That ain't you.
All right, very good. Good. Thanks for being here tonight. Appreciate it. Let's reach out to Andover. Let's see if Ken is around. KE8YBN.
KE8YBN, Andover. Yep, I'm here. Got the net. W8IJC link.
All right, very good. Thank you for joining us tonight, Ken. Good to see you over the weekend with the XYL there. Glad you made it out to Field Day with us. How about Wayne, Alpha Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet? All right, nothing heard there. Maybe he's taking a nap. I don't know. He don't usually miss a net. That's okay. We'll keep on moving down the list. How about Ruth Ann, KE8ZVO?
Good evening, KE8ZVO.
All right, Ruth Ann, thank you for joining us tonight. Also good to see you. Sorry you had jet lag and all that going on, but glad you came out to the Field Day event as well. Let's reach out to Cleveland Heights. We'll go out to K8TIE. Dave, are you with us tonight?
Yes, I'm here. I'm kind of hurrying to get set up here, but I'm here and waiting and ready to check in. It's about 79 degrees in Cleveland Heights, and I missed your movie reference, which I seem to do regularly. KETA, back to net control.
Ah, that's okay. Catch it on the recording. Yeah, right. We'll keep on going down the list. How about Vito Alpha Delta 8, Oscar India?
Alpha Delta 8 Oscar India here. Checking in.
All right, and as usual, I put you down as a +1 there, Drew. Vito, I mean, sorry about that. So we'll keep on going, which is Drew is the next one. Alpha 8 Delta Lima. Well, he must be out enjoying the nice weather. It is finally a nice day. Not too hot, not too cool. Just kind of just right. Let's reach out to Sunny, KD8 LHR. All right, nothing heard there. How about Chris, KE8YQL? All right. Well, maybe he's lost his way to the shack there. Hopefully he finds it. We'll go over to Jim, KE8 LFR. Okay, that rounds out the list as I have it. This is KE8 PVL with the Wednesday Night Jokenet. Is there anybody I missed? Anybody who wants to check in late? Or any new check-ins? Please call. All right, there was somebody deep in the weeds there, and I'll pull you out if you try again. Maybe take 2 steps to the left. I wonder if that was Joe, W8KNO, trying to punch in from Hiram. He hasn't checked in a while. We know the leaves have been on the trees, and he hasn't been able to get up here. Click twice if that's you, Joe, W8KNO. Well, I didn't say what to do if you only clicked once, but I bet that's him way down there. We're not quite picking you up on the repeater tonight, sir, but stand by, and I'll take you as a check-in, and hopefully you enjoy listening to the net tonight. All right. Anybody else want to check in, please call. Well, somebody's trying to get in there, but we just aren't picking them up. So just stand by, and hopefully conditions will change a little bit for you. Maybe you'll find that magic spot. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and get into this week's joke. All right, so this week's joke is, what musical instrument is found in the bathroom? And let's keep it radio. I know how this one's tempting. What musical instrument is found in the bathroom? Tonight we're going to put Ruth Ann in the hot seat. KE8ZVO, good to have you with us tonight. And what musical instrument is found in the bathroom?
First one that comes to mind is the bass horn.
All right, a bass horn. I like that answer. That's a good one. We'll move down the list here today of K8TIE. What musical instrument is found in the bathroom?
Musical instrument found in the bathroom. The echo chamber. KATIA. Back to net control.
He's got to let go of the button. He's got to let go of the button. There we go. He figured it out. Had to let go of that button. That's all right. Don't worry about it. We got it. The echo chamber. We'll go over to Vito KD8OI. What musical instrument is found in the bathroom?
I'm not sure. Tuba? I don't know. That's my guess.
Well, this is the Jokenet, and every guess is a good answer, so I'll take your good answer. Did you have a +1 there?
Yes, but it's not appropriate.
All right, I knew there'd be a few of those. Keep it radio. All right, very good. We'll go up to Jeff, KC8LAR. Good to have you with us tonight, sir. And what musical instrument is found in the bathroom?
KC8LAR. Well, I'm sure there's a myriad of them. The only one that came to mind was tuba, which had already been said, so must be a good one. So we'll go with Vito's tuba.
All right, we got 2 on the tuba. Maybe that's a wave to ride. Yeah, that's it. All right, we'll keep on going. Dan, N8DRL. Now, Dan, remember we're on the radio, but what musical instrument is found in the bathroom?
Well, I don't want to speak for myself, but when I go to the bathroom, it's more like a baritone saxophone.
All right, very good. Baritone saxophone. Okay, now we're going to reach out to Ken, KE8YBN, and what musical instrument is found in the bathroom?
Well, the only thing is the toilet roll tutor. Would that be a wipeout? I can ask.
W8IJC link.
All right, very good. I've never played Wipeout with the toilet roll tutor, but I've definitely played Jingle Bells and a couple other songs with it. So there you go. That's a good musical instrument to find in the bathroom. This is KE8PVO with the Wednesday Night Jokenet, and that rounds out my list as I have it. Before we get into the actual answer, let's try taking some more check-ins, see who all's here tonight. Maybe somebody, maybe we missed somebody. Maybe that other radio station that's out there that just came in as static can get it. Give a call, KE8PVL.
Hey, DRL, recheck.
All right, Dan, I got you in there to change your answer. Hold on a minute. Anybody else? All right, nothing heard. Maybe that other station gave up. I hope they didn't. Give it another try one more time later on in the net here. We'll break for new calls in a little while here. Dan, N8DRL, go ahead with your answer change.
No, not an answer change. It's check me out for the rest of the net. I'll listen here for the answer to the joke, and then I'm gonna go take a shower and go to bed. N8DRL, back to next roll.
All right, well, I don't blame you there, man. I appreciate you joining us for the net while you can. I know you've been working hard down at the campground there, and probably need the rest, that's for sure. All right, this is K8PBL with the Wednesday Night Joke Net. One more call out before I get into the actual answer for this week's joke. Anybody who'd like to check in, please call. All right, nothing heard. Okay, so this week's joke: what musical instrument is found in the bathroom? Well, I have a tuba toothpaste. A tuba toothpaste. But I have played the toilet paper tutor a few times there, and maybe I'll have to try playing Wipeout. That's a good song to try. Wipeout. All right, very good. Thank you guys for joining us tonight, and ladies. Let's see. Let me get into the announcements, and then we'll get into why everybody's really here. All right, Aries District 10 Emergency Services Training Net for Ashtabula County meets every Monday night on this repeater at 8 p.m. 146-895 with negative offset PL tone of 141.3, and of course the Echolink node for this repeater is W8IJC-L. Also, the Ashtabula County Amateur Radio Club weekly net is over on the 146-715 repeater. That's every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Go over there, check them out. They're 146-715 negative offset PL tone of 141.3 also. And also the Echolink node for them is N8CT-L. Log into their net. Give them some numbers. There's some good folks over there. All right. Man, I can't wait. Ashtabula County Hamfest is coming up on July 19th. That's just a few short weeks away, folks. I've been talking to some people from out of this area, and they outside of Ashtabula County anyway, and they are coming. People are planning on being here, so hopefully we'll have a good time. 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., 1809 Middle Road in Pierpont, Ohio. Of course, that's right down the road at Pioneer Picnic, one of our favorite places to go hunt. And, man, their festival's coming up here pretty soon, too. I'll be making some announcements on that. Hey, we had a great time out there with Field Day. We'll get into that in just a minute. Amish Chicken Dinner's coming up this Friday, July 4th. Rough day to do it, but a good date night. Go out to the Amish Chicken Dinner, the benefit dinner there on the 4th between 4 and 8 p.m. It's at 7237 Hammond Corners Rd, also in Pierpont, Ohio. When you're done doing that, head up the road to Raceway 7. Hey, not a advertisement or anything, just saying it's a great time. Chicken dinner and dirt track racing, you can't beat that. That's my plans for Friday anyway. Hey, that's it. That's the list of announcements as I have them. Of course, if there's anything you'd like me to share on the net, please send me a message somehow, either through Facebook or email or whatever, and I'll try and get it up on the air for you guys. All right, that's it. The list of announcements as I have them, and we'll get into why everybody's really here. All right. Well, starting off the list, we'll go right where we were with Ruthann. Good to have you with us tonight, Ruthann. Great seeing you at Field Day. And take it away.
I'm not sure I heard. You were calling me, KE8ZVO?
Yes, ma'am. K8ZVO. Great seeing you at Field Day, and take it away.
All right. I enjoyed being able to, on my own 2 feet, to do those extra bands, and then just, you know how it is, learning about the equipment. And at home, I'm just trying to do some cleanup. Boy, do I have an attic to clean up. So the garden is hanging out, waiting for me to have that time to take care of it when it's not so hot. And that's it. Back to you, KE8ZBL.
All right. Well, today at least anyway, and yesterday too, had been sort of normal, thank goodness, as far as temperature goes. And I think we're in for some good weather the next couple of days. I see a lot of people dropping hay today, so I think they're all counting on it for the weekend. Lots of people might be putting their plans aside just to get some work done. All right. Anyway, that's it. We'll move on down the list. We'll go down to Dave. K8TIE. Dad, good to have you with us tonight. Always a pleasure. And what do you got for the group? K8TIE, are you still with us?
Yes, I am. Okay. Missed the call. I'm here partly because this is where I've been living for a while, and it is very good to be on the net and with the Jokenet and stuff like that. And I'm just kind of figuring out what's going on and trying to figure out a way to schedule a time to get out there to take my general test. Just for it. I've been studying it, finally worked out some of the details of how to use this ridiculous calculator that is not intuitive. I wish it just took and allowed you to take and run in an Excel line and be done with it, but can't do that. So, and the calculators that would do that are to talk to the internet. And so cell phones and stuff like that aren't allowed in with your test, which is understandable. But that's my projects for the rest of the summers, so to speak. So that sometime I hope I get a ride out there to take the test. Or maybe they'll come in here, I don't know. KATI, back to net control.
All right. Well, I'm willing to bet that if you're ready, one of the members of the testing team, actually, I think two members of the testing team are on air tonight with us, participating in the net. So maybe they'll have something to say, and or maybe after net, the two of you can figure it out. And I'm quite certain that if you're ready for the test, they're ready to give it to you. So they can probably figure that out with you fairly quickly. All right, we'll move down the list. 88OI, Vito, good to have you with us tonight, sir. What are your comments?
W8IJC link. I'm trying to set up a 20-meter antenna outside, and thought I had more room than I did, and I got to move my truck out a little bit further into the parking lot. Stretch that wire out a little bit more. Dipping a little too low in the bend. But Dave, if you need a ride out to get the test, I'm not too far. Be more than happy to help you out and pick you up, take you back home after the test. Back to that.
All right, there you go. There's one volunteer to help you get things done there, Dave. We'll figure it out with you. All right, and actually, probably this next guy, he'll probably have something to say about that too. But he'll also have some good comments, I'm sure, as well. We'll go to Jeff, KC8 LAR. What do you got tonight, sir?
Good evening, Nemo. Everyone else on the net. Yeah, when you're ready to test, let us know, and we will set up a session of some kind. Right now our leader's down, but all I got to do is go pick up a laptop and a few other things, and I'm sure we can find a few volunteers to get you tested up. Whenever you're ready, just let us know, and we'll go from there. Other than that, not too much going on over here. Trying to keep up with the little things. So with that, we'll pass it back to net control.
All right, very good. And I know he's not on the net tonight, but I will personally volunteer Andrew for any night that he's not working, minus a Thursday, because I know he's expressed several times that he would love to see you get up there in the airwaves or down there in the bands, however you want to perceive it. All right. So that's two of the testing team ready to go for you there. Okay, we'll keep on going. Dan's in the shower. Hopefully he's not holding the radio. That could be a shocking experience, but we'll go down to Ken, KE8YBN. Good to have you with us tonight, Ken.
Nemo, K8YBN. Not a whole lot going on. A friend of mine had a pressure washer wasn't working and found out that were the plugs in the wall or the electrical part of the plug is a GCFI, and on the plug it says waterproof. Well, I know who put the words on there, and I opened it up and it was definitely not waterproof. I'll park mediator tomorrow and I'll get it taken care of, fixed up for him and get it back to him. That's what I was going to today anyways. Back to net, KE8YBN.
All right. Well, sometimes they say waterproof and sometimes they're not, even though they say they are. Hopefully that outlet is easily fixable, and a new fuse or a breaker or whatever you got to throw in there will take care of the problem. All right, that rounds out the list of folks as I have it for the comment round. Before we do anything else, is there anybody that would like to check into the Wednesday Night Jokenet? Please call KE8PVL.
I'll try to check in if I make it. That's KE8JUI.
All right, KE8JUI. All right, Kevin. New to the net, but I know who you are. Welcome to the group, sir. Appreciate you being here tonight. Our joke tonight was, what musical instrument is found in the bathroom? And we're in the comment round, so thanks for being here. Go ahead with both.
All right, well, hi, everybody. I'm new to this net. Usually Geauga County. And I met Nemo a few times, and I'm just in Ashtabula. We're doing the Ashtabula County Fox Hunt. So finishing that up and heading home. And, Nemo told me about it. I think I'd give it a shot. And, I'm making it, but I'm still in Ashtabula. See what happens when I get home to Chardon. All right, folks, have a fantastic evening. If I'm not, I don't know if I'm supposed to answer that or not, but a musical instrument in the bathtub, I have no idea. KE8JUI.
All right, Kevin. Well, there was a bunch of good answers, but the official answer was a tuba toothpaste. All right, very good. Anybody else want to check in before we move on to the discussion round?
The answer was a tuba what? I didn't quite catch the second word. KATIE, back on net control.
The second word. A tube of toothpaste. What kind of musical instruments found in the bathroom? A tube of toothpaste. All right. And, well, Kevin, thank you again for joining us this evening. Appreciate it. Hopefully you'll get to check in more often. And, yeah, actually, twice a month, I believe, the Ashtabula County Amateur Radio Club's running fox hunts right now on Wednesday evenings. So maybe some people might want to be participating in that too. That's a fun activity. I just don't have time to do it now. I'm doing the nets, and I've been doing this net for a while, and I'm not going to drop a net to go fox hunt, at least not right anytime soon. All right. But I'm glad you made your way out this way and got you down as a check-in there, Kevin. Thank you, and I appreciate you. And let's see. I guess we'll just go into a discussion round. Field day. And since Kevin's mobile, I know. Did you do field day? And what were some of the best things you experienced over this past field day weekend? KE8JUI, go ahead.
Well, field day. I've been a ham for about 6 years. I helped set up a field day, but then had to leave to go do some family thing. One year I got to help break down field day, but I wasn't able to participate because I was doing something with the family thing, and then our friend COVID came along. So, no, I have yet to do a field day ever. So I'm looking forward to doing one. Haven't had the opportunity yet. So that and go to Dayton. I've never been to Dayton yet. I want to do that as well. All right, folks, that's all I've got. Have a good evening all. KE8JUI.
All right. Well, you have a permanent invitation to our field day events there, Kevin, and anytime you feel like showing up. And hopefully we'll see you at the Hamfest. All right. We'll keep on going. We'll go to Ruth Ann, KE8ZVO. Thank you for showing up to the field day event there with us and your jet lag and all that. Glad you got on the radio. What was your favorite part?
I think it's when I finally felt comfortable finding a spot to hunt. I mean, although I hunted, I didn't call for people because I felt like it was so crowded. It was better just to find somebody who was clear. So it was good because I haven't been on HF much, so I plan to do more of it along the way. KE8ZVO, back to net.
Well, I agree with you about the bands being crowded, man. I mean, I'm used to the contest days, so to speak, and but I think I've always been able to find a spot somewhere in the frequencies to camp, and there just wasn't one this time around. The bands are full, so anybody who says that field day and or amateur radio is like a dying thing, they don't know what they're talking about. I'll tell you that right now. Because I think there were more people that I've heard on the airwaves this past field day than I've ever heard before. All right, we'll keep on going down the list, though. Dave, KTIE, I know you didn't do field day, but how was your weekend there?
Well, my weekend has been pretty good. I'm trying to do all the studying of this. Also, setting up a digital storm. I haven't come up with a name to replace my computer for it, but I got to put that and do that. Also install antivirus and all that before I really get onto using it. And what I'm wondering is how easy it is for it not to be a gamer computer, but have it for allowing me to create my own animation and stuff that might be interesting and off the wall, so to speak. And just break for time for the moment.
W8IJC Link.
I noticed that you have a strange brand name of toothpaste. Heard of it, a tuba toothpaste, and it was a way that Mad Magazine had for sneaking in advertisements in in normal television or other commercial, other programs without anybody noticing it. I have that one, and tuba toothpaste was one of the brands. KATIE, back to net control.
Yes, the Great Mad Magazine. I remember them fondly. One of my favorites growing up. And maybe we'll, on my other YouTube channel, I'll talk a little bit about that one day soon. Anyway, we'll keep on going down the list here. We've got KD8OI, who was a big operator on the field day side of things this past weekend. Appreciate you being there and all the support you've given the club, making sure that you brought some gear and got us all set up. What was your favorite part about the field day this year?
I guess I would have to say I have two. One was watching Ruth Ann work the radio for the first time, HF for the first time. I enjoyed that, and watching my niece get on the air go to station and make two contacts get on the air station. Those would be my two favorite things from the weekend. Back to net.
All right, absolutely. We did have an unlicensed ham come and sit down by the radio and make a couple contacts. That was an awesome thing. I think I got a picture of that. Maybe I'll send that out to you. I'll definitely send them over to Joe, KE8DNF, to upload to the website for the club there. And there's another honorable mention there as well. Joe, I don't know if you're out there or you're listening, but man, thank you for everything you did and do for the club as far as making sure that our computers are working for logging purposes and all that during field days. You're always on the ball with that stuff, man. Really appreciate it. All right, we'll move up the list here to Jeff, KC8LAR, another trooper on the list of guys out there doing field day with us. What are your thoughts? What was your favorite time?
Good question, Emo. I think getting people on the air that hadn't been on prior is probably my favorite part. Watching everybody operate and the camaraderie of the whole dealio. That's why I'm in it. Sharing like things with like minds. So that's my 2 cents, and that and $1 will get you a free cup of coffee every Wednesday. KC8LAR, back to net control.
All right, very good. Yeah, it's always good to see new folks on the air, and always awesome to hear new call signs out there, that's for sure. All right, K8YBN, you and XYL, you trekked all the way up here to Geneva State Park Crabapple Picnic Area to join us for the field day events. Really glad you made it. It was awesome seeing you there. What was your favorite part?
Nemo, we could call it a adventure trip. Played the GPS to get up there. Got me pretty close to it and said, "You have arrived." I said, "That's the woods, the most side to me." So I had to keep going and using the old technique of using our eyes to look around and finally found it there. And it's good to see everybody up there. Of course, the little lady had no idea what was going on. Our guys working on radios and talking with somebody else, and she thought it was kind of interesting, but that's all dog soup to her. But she could have enjoyed it. You don't know when the meeting's going to be, because I got some questions for you. All right, back to that, and
all right, very good. And man, it was a good seeing you up there. And I think we all did really well. Everybody deserves a big pat on the back. Andrew and everybody, Drew and Vito, though, you guys really hammered it out, and Jeff, you did too. I would say between the three of you guys, that was probably at least 70% of our contacts. I would say. So thank you guys very much for that part of it, and for just all the stuff you guys do for the club. Appreciate it. All right, that rounds out the list as I have it. This is KE8PBL with the Wednesday Night Jokenet. Is there anybody else that would like to check in? Please call. All right, folks, that's going to do it for me. I think we'll go ahead and put a bow on it. Hey, listen, I know we have a Facebook group chat, so please pay attention to that. I know a lot of us have crazy plans this weekend, so there's some talk about maybe not having our normal meeting and maybe pushing it off till next week. I think we should have a meeting next week. That's just my opinion there. And I think a lot of the stuff that we need to finish working on can be done through the group chat, and we can spend some time with our families this weekend and just pick up next week where we left off. So hopefully that's a decision that's going to get made through the group chat. So please pay attention to that and throw some comments in there for those of you that are a part of it. The rest of the night, well, we could try and figure it out, but a lot of it's just final organizing thoughts on the Hamfest coming up this in 2 weeks here on the 19th. All right, let me put a bow on it though. I'd like to thank everybody, all of you folks who checked in tonight. Without you, this net couldn't happen. I'd also like to thank Tom and CT for the use of this repeater every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. I want to thank everybody who is currently serving and retired from service to this country. I will not forget the sacrifices that you have made. This is KE8PBL. I'm going to return the repeater back over to normal amateur radio use, whatever that might be. Be good to each other, everybody. KE8PBL is clear.